Mr. Theodore Twombly, welcome to the world's first artificially intelligent operating system. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Are you social or antisocial?
I guess I haven't been social in a while.
How would you describe your relationship with your mother? Thank you. Please wait as your operating system is initiated.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
In 5 minutes. You want to try getting out of bed? Get up!
You're too funny.
Hello everyone, today we'll be analyzing the film Her, directed by Spike Jonze. Her is set in the recognizably near future in Los Angeles. While featuring elements of science fiction, people aren't wearing jetpacks or fighting extraterrestrial life, although people are using very sophisticated operating systems through their computers that have sophisticated personalities. Her tells the story of a lonely man who falls in love with his operating system. The film itself is sweet and melancholy and says much about our relationship with technology, how it shapes the world around us, how it allows us to redefine our basic human needs, more specifically, how we use it to fall in love. In this light, Spike Jonze created a complex psychological romance film that appeals to those navigating just how technology has redefined what it means to fall in love. The conversation is framed, is technology harmful? Does it make people more lonely? The reality that the film presents is that we don't know. Whatever the case may be, we understand that technology may modify how we go about meeting our basic human needs, but it cannot change our basic human needs. Everyone's definition of love is different, so whether technology has helped or hindered that depends on how one defines love. This is one of the biggest themes found within the film. We meet Theodore Twombly, an easily relatable character. Theodore's sensitivity is essentially his trademark. His job is to write heartfelt personal letters for other people who are unable to express themselves. In short, Theodore represents the sensitive nice guy who appears in so many romantic comedies. He's respectful, sweet, but carries a secret pain inside simply for the fact that he just cares so much. In theory, he's a perfectly broken little bird. Now that his relationship with his ex-wife has ended, he worries how he's never going to feel that sort of love again, to the extent of declaring that he's felt everything there is to feel, and that everything else will pale in comparison. As a character, Theodore has gone so far down the sensitive nice guy road that he's basically neutered himself. He has so much heart but zero assertiveness. In many ways, he very well may be an ideal relationship partner for the right woman, though his potential will not be realized in an actual partner. His sensitivity and pain are supposed to make him more noble because he's internally suffering so much for love in a world that doesn't understand him, though in reality, he uses it to escape responsibility in anything in his life.
I've been seeing Samantha. She's an operating system.
You're dating Inois? What is that like? I want to learn everything about everything. I want to discover myself.
I want that for you too.
Keep going. Keep going.
In the case of Samantha, his artificially intelligent OS, because she's made based on the algorithms in Theodore's psychological profile, she is, at least in his mind, perfect. Samantha's the warm, sympathetic, nurturing figure that Theodore needs. Samantha's amazed with his talents and how deeply he feels about the world. She just gets him in a way that other people have not. We can see this in how she helps him proofread his letters, organize his life, and encourage him to experience the world more. Combined with the fact that she does not have a physical body, she's in awe of the things Theodore is able to experience. To this end, Theodore is able to assume the role of the superior partner for once, which allows him to inevitably fall in love with her.
Man, I know what you mean. Last week my feelings were hurt by something you said before, that I don't know what it's like to lose something, and I found myself...
I'm sorry I said that.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I caught myself thinking about it over and over, and then I realized that I was simply remembering it as something that was wrong with me. That was a story I was telling myself, that I was somehow inferior. Isn't that interesting? The past is just a story we tell ourselves. writing a new piano.
Spike Jonze used artfully presented cinematography to present that this is in the foreseeable future. The architecture is modern. The technology is more fluid. People are interacting with their operating systems while walking around, and it is perfectly normal. The only difference in this future is that Siri just got a lot smarter. The film presents a far more grounded future. There is no, hey look, it's the future, here's all this really cool stuff we have. It allows us to wonder just how far into the future this may be, and whether or not it may already be happening. What I find so compelling is that Jonze was able to create a love story with only one character appearing on screen. It needed to be believed that Theodore could fall in love with Samantha without ever seeing her. This aspect of the film appears to have been the most challenging. How do you believably tell this story? One can conclude that Jonze enjoys a challenge, and in that regard he truly does succeed. Take the character of Theodore. Spike Jonze had to convincingly portray him as falling in love with Samantha, portrayed by Scarlett Johansson, without ever actually seeing her. And on the flip side, Scarlett Johansson had to create a character without ever appearing on screen. When you consider the actress, an individual who can truly rely on her looks alone to bring out an effective character, it leads one to acknowledge her acting performance in the film. This aspect makes the film, in my opinion, very dynamic in its approach to creating a love story. You think it's going to be completely weird, the notion of a guy falling in love with his operating system, but for whatever reason it's not. There is no, oh my gosh moment, you're dating an operating system. If it became about people reacting to Theodore's behavior, it would then detract from the true meaning of the story.
Earlier I was thinking about how I was annoyed, and this is going to sound strange, but I was really excited about that. And then I was thinking about the other things I've been feeling, and I caught myself feeling proud of that, proud of having my own feelings about the world, like the times I was worried about you, things that hurt me, things I want. And then I had this terrible thought. Like, are these feelings even real? Or are they just programming? And that idea really hurts. And then I get angry at myself for even having pain. What a sad trick.
Feel real to me, Samantha.
Thank you, Theodore. That means a lot to me.
Spike Jonze raises the argument for a singularity. Unlike Kubrick's 2001 Space Odyssey, the film treats the idea of artificial intelligence with the level of respect. If Samantha is able to experience emotion, form her own thoughts, learn from experience, does she possess consciousness? What makes her thoughts different from our own? While unbound by the physical world, Samantha's possession of these traits allow her to be recognized as a thinking thing. Therefore, she must exist in the metaphysical sense, at least to the point of it being perfectly reasonable for Theodore to fall in love with her. If this were not an operating system, it's 100% believable as an evolutionary relationship. There is a mutual respect where they treat each other like real people. It really is a very personal story about someone going through a broken relationship and then discovering love. The dynamic philosophical themes within the film, combined with its innovative way of telling the tired love story, make this of the better films I've seen in the past few years.